Okay, I'm trying to make my own custom parts. So what I'm building is rockets. So you got a nose cone, body tube, fin can. I found this. I thought this would make a fantastic nose cone, but I want to make my own. So, and also I would like to extend this three-dimensionality to the body tube as well. So I just started learning how to do 3ds Studio Max, and the idea was 3 parts. So you have a body tube. I know this screwed up, and I know why it did. I'm not worried about that, because the first, when I print this alone, it prints fine. It's weird. But anyway, body tube. This was supposed to also be a body tube. This is hollow. This is also hollow, although I did want a bottom for this. Although I have a feeling you would put a bottom on it whether I wanted to or not. What I don't understand is that this is hollow and this is hollow. The printer prints this hollow just fine, but doesn't print this hollow. Here's the original one I made. I tested it destructively to see how strong it was. I was impressed with how strong it is. The idea was this would be hollow, and this would slide over top of this. So I could basically make one of these really long and slide it over top of a tube to give a paper tube three-dimensionality, a 3D skin, so to speak. And then you'd have a nose cone. You'd put a coupler in the bottom so that the nose cone would fit on top and line up with the 3D skin for the body tube. So the entire rocket would be a 3D skin. It would look pretty cool. Now, here it is in the program here, but as you can see, it's hollow. It's hollow tube, and it's a hollow skin. But when I click preview, now watch as I go through the layers, you can see the top is actually solid. And then right as I go through the top, boom, now it's hollow. See? It's adding that top. You can see there. But it's not adding the top to the other tube. I don't understand why it's doing that. And it's also adding the bottom, of course, too. See, there's the bottom of both of them. But it's not doing it to the tube. Now, there is a slight difference between them. Hold on. Okay, here's 3D Studio. Now, I followed the directions that the guy from G-Create used to make the turbine vase light lamp thing he made. But I do realize now there is a big difference between the way I did it and the way he did it. He used Simplify 3D and was able to tell it to print in vase mode, spiral vase mode, so it only print the outside. So he was literally sending a solid object to the printer, and the printer was just ignoring everything except the outer perimeter. I can't do that because I don't have Simplify 3D. So I made it hollow. Now, when I made the tube, I actually clicked on the little tube button here and clicked on Create Tube. And then I simply gave it the exact dimensions that I wanted to give it to make a tube. So radius 1, radius 2, height would create, my 25 millimeter tube. And then I saved this, exported it as an STL, and sent it along. Now, that's not how I made the other part, however. The other part I did with, how did I do that? Create, standard, oh, I always gotta find it. I really don't know how to use this program. This is literally the first time I've ever made anything with this program. No, it's the modifier list. So where's the star? Hold on. That's right, I had to go to Create, Shapes, Star. And then I click to create the star. Then I create the inside. There's the star. Okay? And then I set my radiuses, blah, whatever I need, how many points. And then I have to go to modifier list. I have to go to extrude. And that makes it into that. I take cap start and cap end off to make it hollow. But now I see what you mean by it being 0. The other one basically had a thickness, but this I guess doesn't. I don't know how that works. But anyway, there's the shape. And it's 3D. It's hollow. I save that and I export it as an STL and I send it to the printer. Just like I did with the tube. But for some reason the printer is adding the slicer in the printer, I guess, because as you can see it loads fine in the MakerBot desktop. It loads fine in here. That's something somebody else made. But it loads fine in here, but when you go to preview or print, it adds that top and bottom. So I really have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, what do I do to add that in here? What do I have to do in here to not have a top and bottom?